Hello and welcome back to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amaz. Today is the 15th of October and this time I'm unfortunately bringing you some sad news concerning Watch Dogs, as Ubisoft has officially delayed all versions of the game until sometime around spring 2014, which represents a delay at least 4 months and of course means that the game will miss its Christmas release opportunity. Now, in an official statement that Ubisoft released, they basically said that it's a commitment to quality and said the delay was necessary to ensure that Watch Dogs meets the ambitions of its developers. So essentially, Ubisoft wants to make sure that everything is working as well as it can be and that the game actually realises their vision when it comes out, and they want to take a little bit more time to do that, and they would rather do that than rush out an unfinished game, which makes sense when you think about it. But the official statement from Ubisoft read, quote, "Our ambition from the start with Watch Dogs has been to deliver something that embodies what we wanted to see in the next generation of gaming. It is with this in mind that we've made the tough decision to delay the release until spring 2014. We know a lot of you are probably wondering, why now? We struggled with whether we would delay the game, but from the beginning we have adopted the attitude that we will not compromise on quality. As we got closer to the release, as all the pieces of the puzzle were falling into place in our last push before completion, it became clear to us that we needed to take extra time to polish and fine-tune every detail so we can deliver a truly memorable and exceptional experience." And when speaking in a conference call addressing their revised lineup, Ubisoft CFO Elaine Martinez said that Watch Dogs apparently has the potential to exceed sales of the original Assassin's Creed, which supposedly sold about 6.2 million units in total, and he does not believe that the delay beyond Christmas will affect this potential. But to say that it will have no impact at all would of course be a bit silly, at least in my opinion. This is of course out of quote now. The time of Christmas is huge for anything ever, and of course is one of the biggest release times of the year for gaming, and of course it may have some minor knock-on effect for both the Xbox One and PS4, as of course it is a key title in the launch lineup for both next-gen consoles. Now, Watch Dogs was to be included in one of the official PS4 bundles in the UK, and it is not clear what the ramifications of the delay are on these official bundles. Now, a Sony representative made an official statement to CBG and they said, quote, "Obviously this is a very recent announcement, but we will be working very closely both with Ubisoft and with our partners at retail to manage this situation. So what's most likely going to happen is that anyone who pre-ordered the Watch Dogs bundle will have the option to just wait until the game comes out, and then they will be sent it with no extra charge, of course, the option to change it to another game instead of Watch Dogs, or they may even be given the option to downgrade to just the console. But I would imagine that most people will just wait, as Watch Dogs is a highly anticipated game and is very much high up on my list of games that I'm looking forward to in the next generation. It's a real shame that Ubisoft have had to delay it, and not just by say like a month or so. It's a rather substantial amount of time, of course, of at least 4 months. We don't have an exact release date. We only have a release window of around spring 2014, so it could even be as much as 5 months before Watch Dogs actually sees the light of day. This is a real shame, especially for those of you who did actually end up buying, or pre-ordering, should I say, the Watch Dogs PS4 bundle here in the UK. But I'm sure we'd all prefer that Ubisoft take their time and polish the game as much as possible, and when it actually comes out, the game is satisfying and isn't riddled with issues. I'm sure we would prefer that than basically the game being rushed out. Ubisoft, as they've said, is not one to compromise on quality if they can help it. If they can just take that little bit of extra time and perhaps polish up these issues, or perhaps just give the game the attention that it deserves. It could not even be an issue of certain bugs. It could just be, hey, we don't have the time to recognize our vision. We think we need more time, so let's take more time. We're going to keep them waiting a little bit longer, but they'll thank us in the end when they get a better game. And to be fair, that is a fair attitude and a much better attitude to have, at least in my opinion, than rushing out the game just for the sake of keeping your original release date. 4 months is not exactly what I'd call a short period of time, but it's hardly the longest period of time we've had to wait or a game has been pushed back. So hopefully there will be no more delays regarding Watch Dogs, and anyone who unfortunately pre-ordered the bundle will get their issues resolved, and Sony and Ubisoft will come up with a good compromise regarding the bundle. Anyway, that is me done for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.